be called the British Museum, but many of the precious artefacts inside here are from far, far away, acquired, some might even say looted, during the times that the British Empire ruled far and wide. And now, an increasing number of Britain's former colonies, or outright victims of theft, are saying that they want their precious treasures to be returned home. Now, in response, the British Museum has rather courteously said that it's willing to lend out some items rather than return them. The latest loan will be to Nigeria, a collection of bronze statues. The Benin bronzes, as they're known, were originally taken from Africa by British troops in 1897. And other nations are submitting their requests too.
You have keeping him for 150 years. Just give us some months and we can have it there.
That was the governor of Easter Island, begging the British Museum for its precious statue earlier this week. And the list of disputed museum treasures keeps on growing. So should the spoils of the empire be returned? I want to know what those visiting the museum, those feasting their eyes on the foreign artefacts, have to say about it. There's a lot of dispute, actually, over some of the foreign artefacts the British Museum got in the times of empire. Should they just return everything?
Well, there wouldn't be a museum left, would there?
Wow, what a great question.
I don't know.
We've just been talking about it.
I think it's been very nice for us to be able to see them, but I don't think they should go back.
There are a lot of stuff that have been lost. They kept it, they look after it.
It was snatched from other countries, so...
Perhaps it should. Perhaps they should. I mean, we'd feel like we'd want it back, wouldn't we? It's monstrous. Yeah. It should be given back, obviously.
Is that a bit rich as well, saying we'll lend you back the things that we stole from you?
Possibly.
To see all that in there, and from the different countries and stuff, is just, wow. We would never be able to do it. We wouldn't be able to see it, would we? You know what I mean?
Yeah, unless you have a few of the stolen things.
Oh, yeah.
You think, yes, it should go back, and otherwise you think we should keep it to remind ourselves of our history and why this stuff is here in the first place.
Is there a risk of the museum being empty if everyone gets everything back?
Well, I expect a lot of it would be, yes.
As for the British Museum itself, well, it told us that it welcomes debate and transparency regarding the history of its collections, but that in many cases, allowing them to stay in the museum gives them wider public access.
We are very much in favour of more transparency around the provenance of objects in museum collections. We still believe, however, that there is a very strong public benefit for museums like the British Museum housing objects from across the world under one roof.
Well, the issue of foreign artefacts has been made all the more thorny thanks to a more laissez-faire attitude across the Channel. The French President, Emmanuel Macron, appears to be more willing to send France's colonial acquisitions back to their rightful owners. And that's putting museum directors here at risk of losing large swathes of their collections in a bit of an awkward position.